Sample is spun down, and notice that there is a pellet on the bottom, but there's also this disc sitting on top. I'm going to try and get the supernatant without getting either of those material, the precipitated material, into the next tube. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my tubes here, and what I've done is I've labeled this with the identity but also a number 1 for the first sample and number 2, so I can just keep track based on the numbers. So for sample number 1, I'm going to pour it, and I'm going to pour it so that I get the supernatant, and I'm going to try and get the disc to just grab hold of the falcon tube without coming in. And so I've transferred almost all of the supernatant with just a little bit of the precipitated material in there. Again, let's transfer the label over. Let's do it now for the second one. In fact, now, actually what I usually do is I transfer the label first. Okay, so pour the sample. And let's, okay, now I'm going to add the isopropanol solution. And this time I want to add 12.5 mils to each tube, which means that I'm going to take up 25 mils in the pipette and then transfer 12.5 each tube. So what we're doing here is we are precipitating the nucleic acid, both the plasmid DNA we want as well as RNA. The last step should have gotten rid of the chromosomal DNA. I'm mixing up the sample, and I'm now going to let this sit for 5 minutes before I spin the sample down.